Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm doing a first impressions review of the new L'Oreal Nude Magique Cushion Foundation. So I just opened my drawer and pulled this out and I just had the biggest moment. So the one that I've been seeing all over the internet is rose gold and it's called the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Foundation Cushion. And I was like, hang on a minute. This has a completely different name and it's a completely different colour. Have I just bought the completely different foundation? Anyway, I just spent like half an hour online researching what the hell is going on. And basically, the L'Oreal True Match Lumi is the US name for this foundation. The L'Oreal Nude Magique Cushion is what it's going to be called in Australia, Asia and Europe. So if you've been seeing the two different types and you're incredibly confused like I am, then that is the reason. Anyway, let's go back to reviewing this foundation. So basically I went into our local drugstore when this was released and I picked up two colours. So I got the number 3, which is my kind of my lightest shade, and I got the number 9, which I think is my darkest shade. Okay, let me just tell you what the website is saying about it. Introducing the new True Match Lumi, a liquid foundation infused in an innovative sponge that delivers the perfect amount of makeup. Luminous, refreshing formula, sheer to medium coverage. Tap a little for a fresh, natural glow. Tap on more to build a new level of luminous coverage. Tap on applicator gives you the convenient on-the-go coverage. 12 shades in the US, 7 shades in the UK and Australia, Europe, blah, blah, blah. Fresh, natural and luminous, sheer to medium coverage, very buildable for all skin types. Safe for sensitive skin, does not clog pores. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to prime my skin as I normally do. I always test my new foundations with my usual primer. So I'm going to prime with my Mercier Hydrating Primer. And then I'll do my centre of my face texture with my Benefit Porefessional as per usual. I know some people like to test their foundations with no primer, but I always wear primer, so I don't really see the point in testing it without primer. Like, I'm going to be wearing a primer, so I may as well test it how I'm going to be using it. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so how it comes is basically you lift it up and you have your mirror and your little sponge, little applicator. So it's like one of those little tap applicators. And then the foundation is underneath. It looks like this. So let's have a look. I've heard that it delivers a lot of product. I've been hearing this. Yeah. It's very, very wet. Like, it is full to the brim of foundation. Right, so I'm gonna do half my face using the applicator that it comes with. And then I'm going to do the other half using the Beauty Blender, because I've been reading that a Beauty Blender is a really good way to apply this, but I want to give this a fair try because that's what they supply you with. Tap it in. Okay, that's it pretty sheer. It's definitely sheer. I think I've put on like the tiniest amount. I don't like this. I don't like these applicators. Like, it's so hard and I'm just like, ugh, and I just don't like it. I think these are great for convenient, but I think for a full application, I don't like it. It's just, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work and I don't know, I don't like it. Anyway, I'm gonna do the other half with the Beauty Blender and then I might just build up this side just to see. Okay, that's it on. I would say that is like a sheer verging on medium. The colour's not perfect. It's making me feel a little bit, I don't know, there's something not quite right about the colour, but I do like the finish of it. I think it's incredibly dewy. It's got a beautiful sheen to it. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. And it's definitely covered. Yeah, I would say like between a sheer and a medium. All right, I'm gonna try and build it up a little bit further. I want to see if I can get it up to a good medium. Okay, so that's definitely took it to a medium. It's definitely buildable, and it's not looking cakey in the slightest. I think the colour, I just need to work on the colour a little bit. There is only 7 colours, which isn't amazing. Like, look at this. Look at this line. I think it's just a little bit too yellow for me, but I really like it. Yeah, beautiful and dewy. It feels very, very nice and light wearing. Like, I can't really feel it. Doesn't really feel like I'm wearing foundation, which is amazing. Super light, but then you can see you do get a great coverage from it. Personally, I had to use quite a lot to get this coverage. Like, I probably dabbed in total probably about 10 times to get this coverage. Like, I don't do a big full dab, just a gentle dab. I probably did about 10 times to get this coverage. So I feel for me at this moment, I'm feeling like this foundation, I probably wouldn't use it as a full, like an everyday kind of full face foundation. I think for me this would be a touch-up tool. I think if you liked it nice and sheer and you liked the convenience of it, you could probably use it. I just feel for me, I'm probably going to go through this product so quickly, like so quickly, to get the coverage that I want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and conceal my eyes and put some eyebrows on, and then I'll come back and I'm going to use the darker shade to do some bronzing. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay, so I've been and done my brows and I've done my eyes and I've concealed my under eyes just so I feel a bit more normal. And I have to say, I am loving this foundation. It looks beautiful on my skin. Okay, so now I'm gonna go on and I'm gonna do some bronzer, just with a slightly darker shade. So still using the same product, but this time I'm using the shade number 9. Doing anything. Let me just... Like slightly, but not really. Okay, that's not really working. If anything, it's almost a little grey. It's almost creating like a little bit of a contour. But no, it's not really working. Anyway, alright, so let me go and finish my face. I'm just going to use my usual products in that case, and I'll be back in 2 seconds, and then we can just do an overall review of that foundation. Okay, so I'm back. I have done a little bit of bronzing with the Chanel Cream Bronzer and a bit of blush, and that's it. No powder, nothing else done to the foundation. That is absolutely it, and I have to say I am loving this foundation. It feels incredible. Like, I can feel it slightly, but it doesn't feel heavy at all. Like, it feels incredibly light wearing. The coverage, I'm so happy that I could build it to this coverage. Like, that is like a medium to medium full coverage. Like, that's amazing. And that, like I said, was put on with the Beauty Blender. With that little sponge, you could get it to this coverage, but it might just take a little bit of time and probably get sore fingers halfway through. So I do think that I recommend a Beauty Blender with it. But yeah, the glow is beautiful. Like, the finish is incredible. It hasn't caked in the slightest. Amazing. Now, it has got an SPF 29 in it, so I'm going to do a little flash test because that is quite a high sun protection. And there's pretty much no flashback. Like, I'm not having a white cast, not really. Nothing that I would worry about at all. That's beautiful. Awesome. Okay, so let me come back in a couple of hours. So right now it's 4:50. Right now it's 5 o'clock in the evening. So let's see how it goes. But like I said, so far I am very, very happy with this foundation. But I'll see you in a few hours. So it is 8:58. So it's been 4 hours since I put the foundation on. Sorry if you can hear my aircon. Like, it is freezing at the moment in Australia. Like, it's gone to autumn And it's like, oh, like for people who come from cold countries, they'll think I'm ridiculous because it's like 19 degrees. But what you find in Australia is our houses are built for the heat, so they're very cool. So in winter it gets absolutely freezing, and we don't have central heating. We don't have heating in our houses. We have an aircon system, like a reverse aircon. So in summer you can set it to cold, in winter you can set it to heat, and it blows air from up here. So that's what you can hear, because I'm trying to heat my freezing cold house. It's still looking really beautiful. If anything, it's incredibly dewy. As you can see, it's got like an incredible shine to it. I didn't set it with any kind of powder. I completely left it on its own to see what would happen. So it is not as bad as it could be. It's probably come away a little bit, kind of where I've been touching around my nose, just because I blow my nose a little bit. It's definitely come off around there. It is quite sticky, especially where I'm a little bit oily through the middle. But I think if I had powdered, it would probably be super good. It would probably be fine. I am still really, really happy with it. I'm just going to test out its touch-up technique. So they say that you can use it to touch up areas that have come away. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to use a little applicator that it comes with. Yep. You can definitely touch it up, and it doesn't cake, it just reapplies. And then let me just powder it, just to see what will happen when I powder it down. So I'm just going to use my MAC Mineralise Skin Conditioner Medium, because this is what I always use. In fact, first of all, I'm going to blot. And then let's just powder it down. Yeah, cool. That's pretty much good as new. I've managed to patch up where it came off, powder it down, hasn't caked. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, so overall, I have to say I am super, super duper happy with this foundation. It is beautiful on. It is great wearing. Very, very dewy. So I probably wouldn't recommend it for a oily skin. I think it would be massively high maintenance. But if you're dry to normal, I would say definitely give it a try. If you're going to use it as a full coverage foundation, I would probably say maybe give it a miss, just because I think this is 14.6 grams is equal to half a fluid ounce. A basic foundation, like a 30ml foundation, is 1 fluid ounce. So it technically should last half the time of a bottle of foundation. So depending on how much you go through a bottle of foundation, this should last half the time. So like what I was saying, if you're using it as a full coverage foundation, you'll probably go through this in no time at all. So I would recommend it more as a touch-up tool, or use it as a full face foundation if you want to wear it sheer. That's my personal recommendation. But look, I absolutely love the finish. I think it's beautiful. It didn't feel uncomfortable at all in the whole 4 hours I was wearing it. I even forgot that I was wearing it. Beautiful finish. My skin looks amazing. It feels amazing. It hasn't set in any fine lines, hasn't sat in my pores, nothing at all. It just got incredibly shiny. But that's because I didn't powder it. So there you go. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any questions or anything, please leave them down below and I'll get back to you. If you did like it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope to see you on the next video. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.